If you've realized you've been falling into a deep spiral of sadness and negativity, well, you're at the right place because I'm kind of the happiness slash positivity guy now, and I'm going to help you through that. Today, I'm going to be talking about the voice inside your head. You know this. There's a voice that's inside your head that always speaks to your morals, to your beliefs, to your ideals, and to the thing that you know is right overall. Like, whenever you do something that's just a bad habit, that voice inside your head starts speaking. If you're just a kid and you're playing video games, sure, that voice won't really be there that much since you don't even think video games are bad for you. But if you're an adult and you actually realize that, or your own self improvement, and you actually realize that the habit you're doing isn't good for you and that you should be in a different state or in doing a different thing, a voice inside your head will start talking to you. And it will start telling you that what you're doing is wrong, and you should instead do this habit, and stop doing this bad habit. Start developing this good habit, but that voice will be so small, it will be so low to the point that you could just ignore it. Like, theoretically you could just ignore it, but it's always there. It doesn't ever get muted, it's always there, but the voice just keeps getting lower. You always have the choice to ignore that thought and ignore that voice, or listen to it. And that voice always tells you to do the right thing. You know when you're doing something wrong. Nobody has to tell you you're doing something wrong. Nobody has to prove to you that you're doing something wrong. You just know it's wrong because you yourself believe that it's wrong. And a voice inside you is telling you that it's wrong. You didn't want to admit it at first. And when you realize that you could actually fool the people around you and fool yourself into believing that it was right just so you could do it, you realize that it could work, but that voice is still there. You know the problem with that? That voice, because you keep ignoring that voice for so long, you start developing a negative vision of yourself. Because you realize that you're doing the wrong thing on purpose. Because ignoring the good thing is easier. And ignoring that voice is way easier than actually listening to it and developing the good habit and stopping the bad one. What I've realized is that if that voice, like if you can't listen to that voice, or aren't able to listen to that voice, or aren't able to hear it because it's so low, people around you basically have the exact same effect. Like, a person who's close to you, who has your same ideals and morals and beliefs, he knows when you're falling into that negative, or when you're trying to do the wrong thing, and when you're trying to cope, when you're smoking that copium. He knows when you're trying to escape from doing the right thing and instead going to do the wrong thing. He realizes this. If a friend is close to you, he knows this. So he basically acts like that voice for you. And what's even better is a friend who's like that, but who's always positive, so that he's able to also pull you out of that negative pit you've dug for yourself through just ignoring that voice all the time. And that's exactly why I created social media of positivity. If you really want to take happiness and positivity and ignoring negativity really, really seriously, I believe that a community like this would be perfect for someone like you. Anyways, back to the point I was talking about. That voice is always there, and you should listen to that voice most of the time because it tells you when you're wrong and when you're right. You don't need to search a bunch of things on YouTube. You don't need to just try to read articles and things like that. You know when you're doing something wrong. Like, articles help and all, but you know yourself deep down, deep inside you, you know when you're developing a bad habit and when you're falling back into a bad habit. For example, like when I was on self improvement, I completely ignored video games, and that's one of the best things that have helped me. Like, I've really been just ignoring video games all along, and I've realized that as soon as I've ignored it, my life just became way more entertaining. I wasn't just like doom scrolling and just whenever I had free time just looking on social media and playing video games. Instead, now I was starting to read new books, starting to actually develop a love for fictional books and knowledge books. But that went away when I went back to video games. Like, recently, I've been back on video games, like just random video games that everybody plays. Even though I'm not like addicted like I was a long time ago, it's still there. Like, that feeling, that voice inside me that's telling me, you're acting like a person who's addicted to bad habits. You're acting like a video gamer. You're acting like a gamer, and you know you're not. Like, I don't have the self-image of a person who's a gamer. Like, I don't view myself as someone who's a gamer because I know I've been on self-improvement for a while. I know I've been doing the hard work, putting the effort in, and actually developing a business that you're currently seeing in front of you. So I know I'm not just that gamer, that normal average teen gamer. I know I'm not that person, but that voice inside of me keeps telling me that if you keep going on this path, you're going to end up becoming that same person again. And I was just ignoring it. I was just smoking that coffee, in fact, and ignoring the fact that that voice is even there in the first place. But just yesterday, I was talking to my friend, And I realized that I wanted to go back to that strict self-improvement moment because it was actually really fun for me. It was really fulfilling. I would get up every single day, do a bit of meditation, start recording a YouTube video, maybe go to the gym, start reading books. All of those things, and journaling, gratitude journaling helped a lot. All of those things were actually really entertaining for me. They made my day fun. But I didn't realize that. And the voice just reminded me. As soon as I listened to the voice, I realized that what I'm doing is actually like degenerate behavior. I shouldn't be playing video games. I shouldn't be scrolling on YouTube. It was ruining my mindset. It was killing me. It was making my brain rot. But I was just coping with it. You know what actually made it stand out? Other than me realizing and other than the voice inside my head telling me, it was my friend. Because my friend, he was also on, he basically introduced me to self-improvement in the first place, and he was always on the self-improvement strict thing. And recently he's realized that we've been playing random video games. Like I've been playing Clash Royale. I've been literally destroying Clash Royale. But I'm not addicted to Clash. I could really just delete it anytime I wanted, and that was my cope. That's what I used as a coping method. Because I realized that because I'm not addicted to the game, I could just play it, right? Like nothing would happen if I play the game I'm not addicted to. It's not like when I used to play Fortnite in 2019 when I literally couldn't leave the game. This was different. I could actually leave Clash whenever I wanted to. And I proved that I could leave it whenever I wanted to. I just didn't want to because I kept telling myself I'll play it when I'm bored. But I realized that playing Clash led to other bad habits. It led to scrolling because I didn't view myself as someone in a strict self-improvement. So because I play video games, so I was just like, okay, sure, I'll scroll. Wouldn't be that much of a difference. But no, it was actually an insane difference. And now I'm back on the strict self-improvement. I really encourage people to go back on the strict self-improvement. But this video mainly talks about the voice inside your head. And the voice inside my head is what made me go back into this path, to the right path. I'm telling you, that voice stuck inside your head does wonders. That voice stuck inside your head, you always know it's there. I don't have to remind you of this. This should be something that's completely natural to you, but you know that you're ignoring it. You clicked on this video to feel productive. You clicked on this video to feel like you're achieving happiness and you're achieving positivity. When you know yourself, you're ignoring the things that make you achieve that positivity in the first place. You're doing that to yourself. You're ignoring those things. Just listening to that voice and doing the good habits that voice tells you to do will make you more positive and will make you more happy because you feel like you're doing the right thing. You're fulfilled. The most important word you can think about in this video is that you're fulfilled. When you're not doing the things that the voice tells you to do, you're not fulfilled. When you're ignoring the voice that tells you to do the morally good things and to do the things that you actually believe are right, you don't become morally fulfilled. You don't become fulfilled in the first place. And you feel like you're doing something that's incompetent, or you're being incompetent in this type of situation. Again, that voice always tells you to do the right thing, and you can't lie to that voice. You can't lie. It's because whenever you lie, you know yourself, you know deep down inside of you that you're coping. So you can't lie. You have to do the right thing. One of the best things that you could possibly do that would help that voice grow and would help you start trusting that voice and leaning more onto that voice is having a friend who's just like that voice for you. Because if you have a close friend who's just like that voice to you, he'll always keep telling you, you're doing that bad habit, you're falling into this bad habit, you're doom scrolling again, you're doing this, that. He'll be that voice for you, and he'll be way louder than the actual voice. So again, that's why I created Social Media of Positivity, a community that I plan to fill with thousands upon thousands of people who are all positive. Because imagine not having just one friend who's positive, who can help you out of the negative hole you've dug for yourself, but imagine having like 1,000 friends. Like you just, as soon as they all try to pull you up, you'll just fly up. Because whenever you try to look for someone to help you, whenever you try to look for someone to give you support, you have that person right there next to you. You have that person, not just one person, not just two, not just three, but 1,000, 2,000, maybe even 5,000 people right there next to you. That's exactly why I believe that this is one of the best communities on the face of the planet. Because people who are positive are people who are just better. People who are negative and who don't try to like, this is the worst type of person you could be. Imagine being negative, then you criticize other people for trying to improve. Like imagine having your day being so damn boring to the point that you want to pull other people with you. Like you're like, oh yeah, I'm bored throughout my day and I do nothing but chase dopamine. I drink vape, I drink alcohol and I play video games and doom scroll all day. Yay! That's my day. It's so fun, right? Like, I'm not trying to just hate on random people. I'm hating on specific people. Like, let's be real here. Those people are so negative to the point that they want to pull other people with them down a deep spiral of negativity. And through emotional contagion, like emotional contagion is when your emotions affect someone else's emotions and when his emotions affect your emotions. Like if he's feeling super negative, he'll make you feel super negative too. So if that negative person, that negative criticizing annoying person, that non-human actually makes you negative, you'll become just like him. That's why I made this community to protect you and to protect the people inside this community, to protect the tribe of people inside the community from those negative people. So again, I believe that if you really want to take this seriously, this community is perfect for someone like you. The link for it is in the description. And trust me, it will change your life. I can promise you that. I can promise you that anything and most of the things I'll tell you, if you actually take them to heart and actually implement them, your life will change. I'm not just saying this from a random YouTuber perspective, just trying to get likes and views, but I'm being really serious here. The advice that I'm trying to give you is something that not a lot of people talk about. People talk about positivity just like this, but they don't actually talk about the deep roots of it and the causes of what actually happens. If you take this to heart, it will really change your life. So again, the link is in the description. Always remember to stay positive, and I'll see you in the next video.